So first thing I gotta ask you, why 1500 this week?
Well, I wanted to race between the LA Grand Prix and the trials. There weren't a ton of options, and I also, you don't want to run a 10K right before the trials. A 5K also kind of long. There weren't a ton of great 5Ks this time of year that were in the US. So 1500, turn the legs over, come to sea level, get the speed going a little bit. It's after this, it's championship racing all the way through. So you need to have that leg speed, you need to have that racing instincts, and 1500 is a good place to test that out. Yeah, it's a good field, a lot of good 15 guys, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, what are you thinking? Like, do you think you can PR in this one? Are you feeling sharp enough to maybe hit that? Or are you more just looking like, I got tired legs, I'm just gonna get it moving a little bit?
It's tough to know when you come down from altitude. I haven't run a 15 in a while, so tough to really know. We have worked a little bit more on my speed since the LA Grand Prix, so I'm a little more tuned up now, and yeah, I think a PB is on the table. It has to be the right race, but I need to be in a competitive race, basically. That was what I was looking for. Competitive race the whole way, and tactics that mean a lot more than in a 5K where you can correct your mistakes a little bit better. The mistakes cost you a little bit more in 1500, so yeah, a little bit of tactics.
You're thinking like you ran 12:51. That was a little bit tactical, honestly, for fast 5K. Then you see this Oslo race that is completely nuts. They're like going all out from. What did you think of that race? Like, how did you think? Did you have a little bit of what if I was in that? What would I would have done when I gone with the move? Like that sort of thing.
Yeah, totally. I mean, that was a race that was on the table for me. Going over and doing Stockholm and Oslo. I just thought it was a little bit risky to go over there right before the trials. The travel there and back does add up a little bit. If it was a little earlier in May, it would have been a lot more reasonable. But yeah, just a little late for me. But yeah, I mean, as a runner, you always wish you were in the good fields. That one went really fast, and those guys closed really well. It would have been fun to be in it. At the same time, it's like, man, second fastest all time. It can be a little intimidating sometimes, but after a few years in the game, I've realized, end of May, early June, people always pop just ridiculous times. And then sometimes they have it when the big stuff comes in the summer, sometimes they don't. So you just kind of focus on yourself, and that wasn't the right race timing-wise and travel-wise for me, and I'm happy with my plan, and hopefully that gets me in the right place come August.
Anything different about, I guess, like the way your coaching setup is now that, preparing for 1500 right now, just in sharpening up before the trials compared to like how it was under Jerry? Is there anything like in the training that's different?
I mean, small discrepancies. In the big picture, this is a setup race. This sets me up for the trials and hopefully for the Olympics. So this isn't super high stakes, but it is important. So yeah, the way in which races are picked, I have a little bit more of a hand in now than I did before, which yeah, Mike and I both agreed that this was a good opportunity to race, and all aspects of the training are a little different, so it's tough to say specifically for this race. I mean, I wouldn't say I've done any specific prep work for a 1500, but the prep work that I'm doing for the 5 and 10 does lend itself to a good 15, if that makes sense. So I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot, and my speed is coming around, so this will be a good test and a good stimulus as well. So yeah, the main goals are later on in the month. This is hopefully a good setup for that.
In terms of did you watch NCAAs at all yesterday? You see those 5K guys, some of those guys you might be facing, what are your thoughts? Very tactical.
Oh, totally, yeah, tactical race, but I mean, those guys closed really, really strong. It's always interesting, pros and college kids, when they race each other, especially this time of year and in the winter as well. The college kids are on a different schedule than the pros, and sometimes indoors, early outdoors, the college kids are rolling and the pros are just getting going, but now the pros and the college kids are both kind of at their peak. So yeah, it'll be fun to race those guys pretty soon. College kids make the team sometimes, so it's not out of the question.
Sounds good.
Yeah.